Hello friends, it has been quite a while and maybe I'll do a video about that at some point, but right now I have been obsessed with journals lately. As somebody with ADHD, that happens. We get obsessed with things. I wanted to show you guys what I got suckered into. I've been watching lots of YouTube about journaling and these field notes came up. I've heard that they're not even the best notebooks for, especially if you write with fountain pens, which is another thing I'm obsessed with. I was like, they're fine. I don't need them. They didn't come with any, there weren't any like really special covers that I wanted until they got me with this one. I was influenced and they got me with nostalgia. And so I went on their website and you can get a $5, I think it's a $5 discount for your first order. So I did that because these are expensive for little notebooks. Do that if you've never ordered and you want something of theirs. It would have been about 14 plus shipping. I think I paid about 15 total, which is too much, but they got me. Here's what I ordered. I got a set, so that's not too bad. Still expensive. You can get these size notebooks at Walmart, Target, Amazon. You can get a ton of them. But this is a small company and I really liked the idea that they were doing here. Okay, so this came with this cute little, what would be like the outer wrapper of the popsicle, which is really cute. Look at that. Okay. And I have the lime. This is the lime flavored one. This is the coconut. And as you can see, it's got some of like those little coconut flecks in it. Really cute. And this is the mango with chamoy. I call it mango. I always have because I would eat mangoes or mangos when I was in Mexico as a kid. So it really stuck. These are made in Chicago, and this is in collaboration with this company. I don't think they have the name of the company on here, but it's Paletas Notas de Campo desde Chicago. So I believe that Field Notes is located in Chicago, and this is their favorite paleta popsicle place. It also came with this Field Notes sticker. It's a 2x3 die cut paper decal, blah, blah, blah. It has the crack open, which I guess is this. I don't know that I would put this on anything. I'll probably just put it in my Crow journal, which keeps everything that is just randomo. And this I would probably also keep in a random Crow journal too. I paid a total of $16.95. I did get a $5 coupon, and the total price before the coupon was $14.95. So about $5 each, and then there is shipping unless you're paying, a large amount, I guess. And I think there were 3 different flavor sets. I got flavor set C, green, Paleta C green. So that is what I ordered. Let's look inside. So it does say Notas de Campo, which means field notes. If you look at their other field notes, they say field notes on them. And this says, it's a 48-page notebook made with durable materials, made in the United States. That's all in Espanol. And then inside we have, let's see, give you a better look at that. We have centimeters here, which is kind of fun because I don't know if they do this with the other ones, but usually we have inches for the United States, but they have put centimeters, which is a more common measurement in Mexico or Latin American countries, usually, I assume. I don't know. I only have experience in Mexico, so. And then this is also in Spanish, but it says this little field notes is property of, and then you can put your name, coordenadas pertinentes. So these would be your coordinates or your address, I suppose you could put in there. And this is your registration, or your, noting the date that you started it and where you started it, and the date that you finalized it or finished it and where. And then it also has, if found or lost, you can put your email here, and then if you have a reward or not for the notebook. So that's fun, cute. It's all in Spanish, but you know, you could literally type this into Google and it will give you a translation. Here we have the dot grid. So it's a pretty white, it's white paper, not too bright white, kind of a more yellow white as far as I can tell. It does have the dot grid in a yellow, a pale yellow. And yeah, so that is, and as it said before, 48 pages. It's not super long, it's not a super thick notebook. And let's look at the back. So we do have the history of field notes here and applications, practical applications so ideas. That's cute. So it does have recuerdos de Michoacan. So you could do, if you went to Michoacan, you could have your memories from Michoacan. A fun thing is that there is a popsicle brand called La Michoacana, I think. I might be wrong. But there's also specifications of the note. So it does say it has a rounded edge here. It does have the rounded edge. It does have the inches on this side, which is good. The book itself, the Field Notes book, entire measurements are 3.5 inches by 5.5 inches, or 89 millimeters by 140 millimeters. And they are all made in the USA. So let's check it out with some pens that I use on a regular basis. This is one that I like a lot. It's a cheap fountain pen. So what do we want to write? Me llamo Alicia. There we go. A little heart. There we go. So let's check and see how it does on the other side. Okay, it did come through a little bit. It did go through a little bit, but that's mostly that part that I scribbled out. See there? But if you don't like ghosting, don't use a fountain pen on here. Let's try, I have a very thick one. Let's see. Do it again. Me llamo Alicia. We'll do a scribble too, just to see what the difference is. Okay, so that's a very thick pen. That's a thicker nib. Let's see. Yeah, and you can see that comes through a lot more there. I would be fine with this one. I actually don't mind a little bit of ghosting, but this one is a little much. So yeah. All right, let's check a regular, what do you call these pens? Roller ball. Scribble. Me llamo Alicia. And we'll do the heart. And I don't have good handwriting. I never have, but that's okay because nobody really needs to see it. And you can obviously see that that is not bleeding through. I can feel it raised a little bit, but that wouldn't bother me. But if you are bothered by it, I'm not sure what the GSM of this is. Is it GSM? Is that what they call it? Let me see if I can. Yeah, I don't see the paper thickness, so that's that. So here are the notebooks that I got. I don't think I'm going to get any more of the Paleta ones, but they do have some, you know, some different ones that might be fun to get, and we'll see what they come up with.